this is Harish here. Welcome to DB2 LUW Tips and Tricks video tutorial part 60. In this video tutorial, I'm going to talk about how to export or import catalog entries from one DB2 instance to another. This slide talks about the problem and the solution. So the problem scenario is we want to export or import multiple catalog entries from one instance to another instance. So this is very specially useful for client instances. So usually when you have a client instance, you connect to the remote database or remote instance, right? So there will be like let's say you are having a production, you're having SIT, you're having staging, you're having UAT, you're having development instances. So all these databases and instances, right? So everything you manage from a client instance. So what will happen, like there will be multiple catalog entries that are required for the client instances in order to access the remote servers. So you will end up like 10 or 15 catalog entries, right? So if you are kind of moving your client instance from one machine to another machine, or you are kind of you want to access these remote databases from another client machine like that, then you'll have to use multiple commands to recatalog all those nodes and recatalog all those databases, which is like very tedious task, because even a single mistake of some port number or remote host number or some mismatch can occur when you do these things manually and generate the catalog commands manually. So the simple solution would be is to use the utility DB2 CFEXP for export of DB directories like the catalog entries, DBMCFG and registry variables also. So it is not just restricted to catalog entries, it is also useful for exporting and importing DBMCFG values and registry variables as well, and a lot of other settings also. Please refer Knowledge Center for that. So you can use the DB2 CFEXP, generate first a connectivity profile file or connectivity configuration profile file, and use that profile file and import using the DB2 CFIMP utility for importing the database directory, or you can use it for applying CFG values or registry values also. Okay, so there will be no multiple commands involved and it will be really simple and easy. And the utility name is DB2 CFIMP. I think I'm just missing a number 2 here. Okay, fine. So let's, as usual, get into some examples. Okay, let me close this. Okay, so here I have DB2 INST1. So I'm just going to list DB directory, I'm going to list node directory, I'm going to say DB2 set what are all the registry variables that are set in this environment. So I'm just going to show that information first to you. Okay, so you can see list DB directory. There is a test database, and there is a catalog entry for staging database, there is a catalog entry for production database, there is a catalog entry for sample database, which is a local database. So there are four database directory entries, and 2 node directories are also there. One is production and one is staging, right? And DB2 set. So there are some registry variables. For example, auto start is set to yes, backup use DIO is set to off, daemons is set to 1. So there are com variable is set to TCP IP. So there are some registry variables also that is set. Okay, so this cataloging, this all step is already done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the export utility DB2 CFEXP catalog.txt maintain. See, I'm using the command export to export into file catalog.txt, and the keyword I'm giving is maintain. So there are 2 variations of this command. One is maintain, another one is backup. Okay, so the maintain will be more like only useful for the catalog entries like the DB directories and other things like the multiple catalog databases and catalog nodes. Only those things will be reproduced. The backup command can be used for the complete backup with registry variables, DBMCFG settings, some DCS directory information, a lot of other things also. Okay, so there are 2 variations of it. Okay, and okay, let's just run both the things. So I'll copy those things and I'll run it here. Okay, So now it should have created two files, catalog.txt and catalog. So leafpad catalog.txt. So it is just a text file only. You can see that. See here, this is the exported file, configuration file. So you can see here, see these are the local test database catalog entry, staging database catalog entry, staging node entry, production node entry. So all those things will be there. So only you can see here the entries like the node directories and the database directories getting exported, right? So if I use the same thing on the catalog.bak, you will find that it's a complete backup. So you will find, see, registry variable settings, global registry variable settings, local registry variable settings, dbm-cfg, right? So that is the configuration file setting, instance level configuration file setting, and so many other, and also the other information like the database directories and node directories. So backup will be like a complete backup. Maintain means only the catalog entries. Okay, so we have exported both the files, like both the commands we have executed. So we have exported into these files. And another thing is, so now we are going to import it into a instance 2, like a different instance. Okay, and also note that I am modifying the file permissions so that, you know, inst1 should have access to these files, right? Sorry, inst2 should have access to these files. So I'm just modifying those file permissions basically. Okay, it's a spelling mistake. chmod. Okay, 77 catalog.txt, then same thing, catalog.bak. Okay, so now I have modified the file permissions for both the things. Okay, now let me go to the inst2 window. So su hyphen db2 inst2 db2 inst2. So this is my inst2, which is a different instance. So currently in this instance, so what are all the db directories and node directories and all those things we can see. So as you can see, everything is database directory is empty, node directory is empty, and couple of registry variables are set. Like you can see the auto start is no here, and the some other grant admin authority is off. Okay, so those registry variables are there. Okay, now I'll import. So I'll import from the catalog.txt. So it will contain only the catalog entries, right? It will not contain any registry variables or anything like that. Okay, let me run it. Okay, done. So then we'll look at all the DB directories, node directories and everything. Okay, so you can see that the node directory production and staging has come up. All the catalog databases and catalog entries have come up, and the registry variables has not changed anything. See, the auto start is it did not become yes, and the backup registry variable, backup dio registry variable, right? See, I'll switch over to inst1. So you can see that this backup use dio, password daemons, auto start, nothing has changed, right? So the registry variables were not imported because it's not there, right? So that's the behavior. Okay, so let me uncatalog everything and again list everything for you, so that I'm just resetting the stuff. Okay, so let me go to inst2. Yep, let me reset everything. So uncatalog everything. Okay, fine. So let's clear this thing. Now let me import it from the backup file. So the backup file contains the, you know, everything, right? So registry variable settings, dbm-cfg settings, everything like that, right? So let me just do that way. So I'm importing from the backup file, which is a complete set of information. So you can see that again the catalog entries have come up. Okay, and the node entries have come up, and you can see the registry variables are also imported here, right? And another important thing to notice, db2 get dbm-cfg pipe grep-i diag. Okay, see here the diag path also has changed. See, even though we are in instance inst2, the diag path has also, the dbm-cfg has been applied, right? So home db2 inst1 sql lib, like that it has changed. It should be inst2. So just make sure that you change accordingly. Like all these path information also are getting imported when you use the catalog.bak, like the complete backup, right? So just make sure that you are using you have to update these things appropriately. Okay, but when you're using the catalog.txt file, like when you use the command maintain, right, in your export, that time it should be fairly simple, because you are doing only catalog entries. You are exporting and importing only catalog entries. So yeah, that's it. So you can do it in a very simple way instead of multiple catalog commands. Hope this information was useful to you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel DB2 LEW Academy. See you in the next video tutorial. Thanks. Bye bye.